Hello, and welcome to another typical student mistakes and more. My name is Anna Shine, and it is my pleasure to teach you today. We're going to look today at good English and bad English, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's press the arrow. So here we have a sentence. In my country, we drink a lot of tea. Is that good English or is that bad English? So if you want a second, put the video on pause and then come back before I give the answer. But I'm going to give the answer now. So grammatically, to say in my country, we drink a lot of tea, or in my country, we speak English, grammatically, it's perfect. But the problem is you want to speak like a native speaker. And native speakers don't usually, it's not never, but don't usually speak like this. So what does a native speaker say? So I come from England, and in England, we drink a lot of tea. So we don't usually say in my country. I come from London. I don't say in my city. So normally we say in the name of the place, the city or the country, blah, blah, blah. So in England, we drink a lot of tea. Grammatically, again, in my country is correct. But a native speaker will usually say in England. So if you're talking to someone and you don't remember where they're from, we don't usually say, oh, in your country. We say, oh, I'm so sorry, I have forgotten where you're from. Where do you come from? They might say, France. So you say, oh, in France, do you drink a lot of tea? Something like that. There's an exception when you're teaching English in a classroom and students come from many different countries. We don't say in France, in Japan, in Korea, and go around the room. We just say in your countries to include all the countries. But if we're speaking about ourselves or one-to-one or just with a few people, we will name the country. We don't say in my country. So grammatically, in my country is perfect, but it's not how a native speaker speaks. And I know you want to speak like a native speaker. All right, should we go to the next one? So often in class, students will say to me, teacher, I have a question. Again, is it good English or bad English? If you want to think for a second, again, put the video on pause. But if you're ready, I'm going to give you the answer. It is exactly the same as the last example. Grammatically, it's perfect. But in schools in the United States and in England, we don't call the teacher teacher. We call the teacher by his or her name. So here at NESE, we use our first names. And my first name is Anna. So you would say, Anna, I have a question. So let's just look at what we say in different situations. So my name is Anna Shine. I've told you that many, many times. In primary is when you're little, and secondary school or high school, we either say Anna, depending on the school. So each school has its own school culture, and they will tell the students what to say. Or here's my last name, my surname. They'll either say Anna or Ms. Ms. Do you hear the pronunciation? This is also a typical student mistake. The pronunciation sounds like a Z, zzz, not miss, Ms. So they'll either say Ms. Shine or Anna, depending on the culture of the school. When you're in university, then, because most university teachers, professors have PhD degrees, the top academic degree, will say, and then you say doctor, Dr. Shine. But sometimes in one of my university classes, the professor said, call me, his name was Matt, call me Matt. So we do what the university or the professor invites us to do or asks us to do. So usually, but never do we say teacher. Never. When we're talking to the person. My teacher was Matt, but we don't say, teacher, can you help me? Let's press the arrow and continue. So here I'm just going to show you if it's Miss, Ms, or Mrs., Master, or Mr. These are also typical student mistakes, also for pronunciation. So Miss here is a little girl. So there, that's me as a little girl. So I would have been Miss, you hear it soft, Miss Shine, Miss. A young boy would be Master Shine, Master Shine. But these Miss and Master are quite formal and not used so much. They used to be used when I was younger more. But it's important to understand. You don't have to use it, but it's always good to understand. Then Mr. Shine is an adult male. That's Mr. Mr. So we have Miss, Master, and Mr. Master and Mr. And then there's Miss, and we also have his wife, Mrs. Shine. Mrs. Shine. That's for a woman who is, there it is, who is married. Mrs. So they have the same last name. So the question is, if this is a young girl, this is a married woman, what is this? So first, let's do the pronunciation again. Miss is soft. Ms, that's that Z sound, or in British English, Z sound. Z. Z in American English, Z in British English. They're both perfectly correct. And this is Mrs. for a married woman. So pronunciation, Miss, Ms, Mrs. So again, I'm going to show you the difference. Miss is a young girl. Mrs. is a married woman. But today, with the rise of feminism, or for many years, we've had the rise of feminism, whether a woman is married or not is not considered important. And so a new term, Ms, was developed, and it is equal to the Mr. So today, most women will just use Ms. Not little girls, but women, grown women will say Ms because it is equal to Mr. And Mr doesn't tell you if a man is married or not, and Ms doesn't tell you if a man is married or not. So today, if you're writing a business letter or a professional letter, you want to, and to a woman, you want to use Ms. And so that it's equal to the man, Mr. And that's it. I think that's it. Let's just look. Yes, we finished. So we have finished this video, and I will soon make another video and teach you more typical student mistakes. It was a pleasure to teach you. I always enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed listening to it, and I thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Bye.